Hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Sean Ryan and you are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. This has been a live show running now for 8 years. It's the biggest live cruise show on the TV, and it's all about finding you outstanding cruise holidays at very, very low prices. And here to tell us all about the deals that we've got tonight is a great friend of mine, the wonderful Keith Maynard. Turns out I don't recognise him. You've got a suit and tie on, Keith.
I know, it's like going back onto from my ship days when I was a cruise director. I'd be like this every night.
You actually, I'm going to say, he actually looks handsome, doesn't he? I know.
Yeah.
So, there's a reason why you're suited and booted today, isn't there?
I've literally just got out the car, you know, come onto the set, direct from the wonderful launching ceremony of P&O Cruises' new ship, the Britannia, which was an amazing event. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
And we've actually, you did some filming today, and we're going to be showing that live footage.
Yeah, we're going to be showing the live footage of the ceremony, and then we've also got lots of images because we've been on board, we've been looking round, and there's some great footage that's going to be shown in a couple of weeks' time once we've edited it. But we managed to get some brilliant stuff live from the ceremony that has been edited in a couple of hours and sent up for the show tonight.
Wow! And most importantly, we have got an amazing cruise on board the brand new Britannia at such a good price. So you're going to be one of the first to get on board on her maiden season.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Keith, go on.
No, I was going to say, and it is a beautiful ship,
yeah.
It really is, but we'll talk more about it. We've also got some great cruises from Royal Caribbean, we've got a Norwegian as well coming in, great cruise on the Epic, great ships, and then we've got a wonderful little one from Fred Olsen, which actually does some river cruising. It's a real lovely mix, and river cruising is really on the up at the moment, and this mixes ocean and river together. It's quite a rare opportunity.
So we have got a great show. For all those of you that actually don't know Keith, he's great to have on the show because you were on the cruise ships for 12 years.
I was a cruise director, so I've been to all the ports that we talk about, and I've been on board these ships, so I can share that first-hand experience. And the thing is that is what Planet Cruise is so good at. We're the largest independent cruise operator. All the people that work for us have either have a background like myself of working on the ships or cruise regularly or a bit of both. And we've got a 96% customer feedback rating, and also we're the #1 seller for most of the lines that we sell for, so we win lots and lots of awards. But you'll see that as we continue throughout the show.
I know. We both love doing the show for those reasons, don't we? So anyway, shall we begin? I think we should. Now, we're actually going to start with one of my favourite companies, cruised them several times, the Norwegian Cruise Line. This is on board the Norwegian Epic, and it's been a top seller in the past. Today we've got a very, very low price on the interior and some cracking single prices for Keith's. But it starts off with a flight over to Barcelona where you stay for 3 nights in a hand-picked hotel, don't you, Keith? Yeah,
this amazing city. We're going to see some wonderful video footage now, giving us an impression of this wonderful city. Of course, I love to see it's Gaudi's city, and you've got his wonderful cathedral, which is still unfinished, and you've got a selection of houses, and Park Güell, which you saw images of there, which gives you great views of the whole of Barcelona. That's Ramblas. You can wander up and see all the street performers, get your picture painted, and head to La Buquera. It's actually got the best urban beaches in the world, according to National Geographic, and the Gothic Quarter that you're seeing images of now is a great place to go and sit in a shady cafe, enjoy some tapas and have a nice strong cortada coffee. It's a wonderful place to go shopping. You know, you've got a lot of big designer brands as well as the big high street shops, but of course it's about the architecture, it's about the feel of this city which gives you Barcelona FC with the Nou Camp, the wonderful football museum, this city which has given you so much culture, so much heritage. I love heading up on the cable car to Montjuic for amazing views over the whole city, to see the former Olympic Stadium, and then slowly wander back down. And make sure, if you can, you get a chance to go to La Buquera. You'll see some images of it in a minute, and it's a 900-year-old market, which is a perfect place to shop, to see the locals interacting, buying their grocery shopping, to see those wonderful spicy choritos and those big juicy tomatoes. It's an amazing place to enjoy. It really, really is.
It's one of my favourite cities as well, and I just love the atmosphere. There's a great feel to Barcelona.
It is. There's a constant kind of party feel. There's a constant feeling of happiness when you're in Barcelona. And there is so much to do walking from the ship that you literally can visit, you know, 16, 17 times on different cruises and still find something different to do every time.
Well, that's only the start of your holiday, of course. You've got your flight to Barcelona, 3 nights in that hand-picked 4-star hotel. And Planet Cruise only ever worked with the finest hotels with great reviews online. But then relax and enjoy your 7-night cruise on board the Norwegian Epic. This is a ship that I've always wanted to be on board, because she's really unique, isn't she?
Very unique, and she introduced a lot of firsts into the industry. We're going to show you some of the images now about this wonderful, wonderful ship. The great thing I love about this is the amount of excellent entertainment and entertainment first that it introduced into the industry, Sean. So the Blue Man Group perform on board.
Yeah.
This was the first time that the Blue Man Group actually performed.
I mean, they started in Vegas, didn't they?
They started in Vegas, yeah, they're huge. I mean, everyone knows them now, but you can actually go and see them at sea. This was the first ever ice bar at sea. You saw pictures of the big top there. You have a thing called the Cirque Dreams and Dinner. Have you heard of Cirque du Soleil?
I have.
Well, you get a chance to actually have a dinner while the Cirque du Soleil performers perform around you as you eat. It's an incredible experience, and this is what Norwegian do so well. It's called freestyle cruising.
And you would pay a fortune to see these shows.
Absolutely, you would pay a fortune to see them, and yet this is all included as part of your cruise. You know, you get a chance to go through to places like the Manhattan Room there for dancing. There's loads of extras as well, more than 23 extraordinary culinary dining choices, 23 different places that you
Keith
can go
would be
and
doing 3 of those a day, wouldn't you?
I would be doing. I'll be doing 5 a day.
There's the ice bar, Keith.
The ice bar, it's an incredible ice bar, it really, really is. And you've got, I mean, this ship's still very new. It was only launched in 2010. You know, it's got an amazing selection of different cabins and different classes for you to eat as well, with great wave cabins. The bathrooms, some of them are translucent, which is really, really interesting. And then you've got really big shows on board as well. So you've got things like Burn the Floor, where you get a chance to see kind of dance shows brought alive to you as you watch, along with all the normal Broadway, West End style entertainment and all the game shows and all the light entertainment that you normally get with this company. But it really is about freestyle. It's about relaxed, informality.
Yeah, so no set dining times.
No.
You know, yes, you can. You know,
no set dress code.
No,
Sean. You know, you don't
can
have
dress
to
up
dress
if you want to, but there's no
exactly
you know, obligation.
Anything goes with that. You know, as I say, it's not a man. It's not, you know, as long as it's not a mankini. You know, you'll be all right. I know you packed it, Sean. But we can't.
I have to take out the suitcase. But you know, seriously, one of my first cruises with the Norwegian Cruise Line. Really loved them. Would highly recommend them. And we have got an amazing price live this Tuesday, starting at $699 for this one. By the way, every cruise will have its own ID number. You can see it on the screen there. This one is 94318. It just makes it easier to quote that when you place your booking tonight. And for all of our single ladies and gents, amazing single prices and special suites for singles as well. They are beautiful. But we've had 3 nights in Barcelona. We're then making our way over to Naples, aren't we, Keith?
We are. One of my favourite cities. This is the south of Italy. It's Italy's most red-blooded city. And you see all the locals that kind of got these dark, swarthy looks. It's a beautiful place. I guess it gives you access to Pompeii, to Herculaneum. You can go to the jet-set island of Capri on the ferry very quickly. You can explore the Amalfi Coast and breathe in the lemon blossom. For me, the city centre itself is amazing. It's one of the oldest continuously inhabited city centres in the world. It's dripping with ancient architecture, with artefacts from Pompeii and the wonderful museum there. It's the birthplace of pizza. If you want to eat out, definitely go and get a pizza. It's fantastic. The coffee's beautiful and strong as well. And you get a chance to also head up to Mount Vesuvius, one of the only active volcanoes that you can climb in Europe.
I'd like to do that.
It's incredible. It's really, really good. I've trod those steps a few times, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. There's lots and lots for you to do. But again, don't be tempted to ignore Naples itself. Once you manage to get across the road, and people that have been there will know what I mean by that, then you can explore this amazing city, which has so much to offer. But definitely go and try some pizza as well. Okay, let's move on. We're going through to Rome now. I'm going to talk about Rome in more detail later. It's the Eternal City, but there's another deal that I'm covering it in more detail later. So let's move on. After Rome, you're coming through to Livorno. Livorno is the port of call which gives you access to go into Florence and Pisa, some of the big names in Italy. Obviously, we all know about Florence. It's this beautiful Renaissance city. It's like an open-air museum. You see the Duomo there, which is one of Italy's big 3. The view from the top there across the whole of Florence is magnificent. You've got the Ponte Vecchio Bridge with all the jewellery sellers there. And again, my sister lived there for several years, and she's married to an Italian. I spent several months out there with her. And you can just walk around the city, any part of the city, and be absolutely magnetised at the romance, at the feeling, get a gelato, soak it all up. Or head to Pisa, get that photo holding up the tower.
Yeah, I did that. I had to. I felt, you know, I just always wanted to do that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And as you head out into Pisa, of course, you go through the Tuscan countryside, which is beautiful.
I went to a place called, is it Lucca?
Lucca.
Yeah,
That's one of the wonderful towns in Tuscany.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, yeah. OK, Cannes is next, so we're now over to France. And this, of course, is a real glamorous haunt of the glitterati. It was once a sleepy fishing village. It's been transformed by all the money. There is still a flotilla of little fishing boats there, but also you get the luxurious super yachts, and you get this cobbled maze of picturesque lanes that you can wander around. You'll get a butcher's next to a Gucci store. It's quite incredible. Obviously, there's a wonderful long seaside promenade, and there's the film festival. You can go and see the building there, see some of the handprints in the stone, and imagine yourself walking out and being one of the stars, right? Then Palma de Mallorca is next. We're going over to Spain, an amazing island. It gets an amazing amount of visitors that get drawn to the many beaches that surround the island. There's a real sandy necklace that covers this island. To the amazing Palma de Mallorca itself, we've got this wonderful Gothic cathedral that you're seeing at the end there, and it's a great waterfront that you can wander down. And behind that wonderful cathedral, you get these lovely little boulevards. You're going to see one coming up now. Paseo de Born.
Yeah, really pretty.
Really romantic, beautiful. You've got lovely shops either side, great for shoe shopping. I've got some lovely shoes here. And also you can get hot chocolates, and you dip this thing called esmeralda into the hot chocolate. It's like a patisserie, much like a croissant, and you dip it in and you chomp it down. Beautiful. And if you want a really deserted part of Palma, head to Tramontura, which is their version of Land's End. Beautiful deserted beaches, great views over the whole island, or head into the Tramontura Mountains. Stunning. Then, sadly, we're heading back to Barcelona, where you've got to fly back. It's an incredible itinerary. Remember, I'm only giving you a little taster, so if you want more information, do get in touch via the email, via social media. I'll be happy to give you more.
And I know Keith said, oh, sadly, you've got to fly home, but actually, if you wanted to stay in Barcelona, I'm sure we could add some extra nights at the end of the cruise as well. You know, we can make anything bespoke, can't we?
That's the real thing. It's tailor-made with Planet Cruise, Sean. You're totally right. So we can give you 7 nights there, or just 2 if you wanted.
Well, let's just show you. Now, if you go for a balcony, and stay tuned, because I want to show you the price of the balcony in a second, you'll get a free all-inclusive drinks package, and that can make a big difference on a cruise. Return flights, they're all included as well, but again, we can provide flights from most UK airports. These are based on London flights, but we can find you an airport nearer to you should you wish, and a deposit is needed on selected departure dates, so only deposit on selected departure dates there. And we've actually got some great dates on this. This has been a top seller earlier on this year, so have a look at this.
That's really incredible. I noticed, there in April, Sean, it's only 120 more to go for the balcony, but then you've got that drinks package, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would definitely go for the balcony.
It's almost like a no-brainer, that one. It's such good sense.
Because I do like a drink on my cruise holidays, and yeah, that would save me a lot of money. And single prices, now the single suites are really beautiful on board,
very beautiful. And in fact, what Norwegian do is they put them all in the same area, and they give you your own little place, so you can mingle with other single and solo travellers. So that's what's great about cruising. It's very social, but Norwegian do it very well.
Well, we do know this has been a top seller in the past. It is back tonight at a very low price. And don't forget, if you'd like any more details, it's a free phone number, and it's there on the screen. 0800 840 1088. Call centre open until 10:30 tonight, Keith?
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
It's going to be busy. It really is going to be busy. But we're going to go to the call centre live right now and speak to George.
Hey, George.
Hey, guys. How are you going? You OK?
Good.
We're great, thank you. I'm just jealous of Keith being on board the Britannia earlier.
Yeah, I know. He gets all the perks anyway when he's in the office.
Oh, terrible.
Anyway, George, what news have you got for us?
Listen, we just got a quick deal coming in from Thompson Cruises. They just give us some information. Exclusively live to Planet Cruise. Only gone live today. This is going out on the 4th of May on the Thompson Spirit. It's called our Ancient Wonders Cruise. It's only going to be $559 inside cabin, but you can upgrade to the outside for free of charge to $559. Brilliant itinerary on this one. Got flights going from Bristol, Cardiff and Norwich. There are alternative airports, but these are the ones that this price is based on, and a really great itinerary over into Turkey and Greece.
Oh, is that 7 nights? That's 7 nights, is it?
7 nights on that one, taking in Ephesus, Kusadasi, taking in Athens, the Acropolis, and also one of my favourites, which is Santorini.
Santorini, beautiful island.
Yeah. Beautiful place.
And what was the date again, George?
The dates are going on the 4th of May, OK, so it's a live cruise exclusive to us. Now, the flights, as I said, are going from Bristol, Cardiff and Norwich. There are supplements if you're looking at alternative airports, but that's where you're going to get that great price. $559 upgrade from the inside to the outside.
Thompson Spirit, one of my old ships, beautiful ship and great atmosphere on there as well. It really is.
George, that's a really good deal,
Thank
isn't
you,
it?
George.
Really, really good deal.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'll talk to you, not to Keith, because I didn't get me invite to Britannia today, so we're still not talking.
I didn't do the invites, George.
Yeah, okay. We go back a long way, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll talk
sick of
about
him
it.
too.
We're Cunarders though, George. We can't...
Yeah, well, yes, I'm Cunard, yes. But,
You still get his press pass with him. I'm only joking.
yeah,
George,
that's fine.
thank you so much. That amazing deal.
All right,
Thank
guys, have
you.
a great night,
Take
and
care.
as I said, I've got to get back to the phones.
All right, then,
Bye-bye,
thank
mate.
you.
Take care.
I think it's going to be busy tonight. These late deals are really good when they're coming like that, aren't they?
Absolutely,
Really
particularly
good.
with Thompson. A lot of our viewers really regularly cruise with
Yeah.
Thompson because they're great value, really fun family cruise line.
And 559 for that upgrade to an outside.
Yeah, to go around the Eastern Mediterranean,
Brilliant.
absolutely brilliant, yeah.
Anyway, jokes apart, we were delighted that Keith and the Planet Cruise team, you've all been on board Britannia, haven't you?
Yeah, over the last few days we've all been on board having a look round, experiencing eating on board, walking, enjoying the new cookery club and meeting some of the food heroes like Marco Pierre White. It's been incredible.
Well, I want to see all this. Do you? Here's Keith from earlier today.
The day is finally here. I'm so excited. We're on the dockside here in Southampton. The sun is shining. There's music playing. There's entertainment. There's royalty and the food heroes gathering and having their photos taken. And we're here right on the side of the press pen. Behind me you can see the beautiful new ship for P&O Cruises, Britannia. We've had a look round. She is absolutely stunning. And Richmond International have done such a wonderful job throughout the ship. All we need now is Her Royal Highness to come along and hit the button and release the bottle that's suspended just above me that will crash into the side of the ship and of course christen her and officially launch this beautiful new addition to the cruise industry. We await the royal touch.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Your Grace, distinguished guests, I warmly welcome you to this truly auspicious occasion where the P&O name is once again set to make maritime history.
I name the ship Britannia. May God bless her and all who sail in her.
You actually feel really emotional watching that, don't you?
It's fantastic. And then it went on to the national anthem, and it's wonderful, wonderful operatic singer came out, Laura, to perform, and it was very, very emotional. It was a wonderful event, and lots and lots of big names from the world of entertainment there. You saw Rob Brydon hosting. You know, there was the Strictly team that Strictly performed as well. They performed and danced. You saw the Red Hot Chili Pipers, as they're called. They were really, really good fun. So it was beautifully done. And Mickey Harrison, of course, is the head of Carnival. All those 100 ships. This multi-billionaire was there, up there with the Queen, and
this has been a big day in the cruise industry, hasn't it?
Massive,
Huge day.
absolutely massive.
Now, Planet Cruise and their team, they were invited on board. They've all been there on board, some of them since Sunday, is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, that's the great thing, Sean. You know, we get on board these ships, and so, you know, we can give you first-hand experience and the best advice. So
I
here we
recognise
see-
those. So that's Nikki, isn't it?
That's
in
Nicky
the middle.
on the side there, yeah, and some of the lovely team. And again, these are the people that are chatting to you on the phone. So when you pick up the phone, these people here have had first-hand experience. They're looking very glam. That's what cruising's about, isn't it? So with lots of images here, again, of people enjoying themselves around the ship. And the interior of the ship, designed by Richmond International. You know, so you've got this wonderful continuity of design throughout the entire ship. Now, it was myself and Cav, yeah, just before everything kicked off. Bit of a cruise selfie going off. These are the food heroes. So you've got Eric Landlad there, Kate Boy. You've got Marco Pierre White. You've got Atul Culture, who has his wonderful Sindhu restaurant on board. You've got Ollie there, who does all the wonderful wines, and he's got his great wine cafe. It's an incredible mission. Now, these were some of the Strictly dancers that performed. So you had the wonderful mixture there, and then we've got the band of the Royal Marines, who also did some wonderful music. They've got some great images coming up. I tried to grab as many little images as possible. The Red Hot Chili Pipers, yeah, and then the confetti just exploded, and you've just got these wonderful images. And I managed to get the bottle actually exploding just then.
Honestly, Keith, you've done so well.
And then Rob Brydon there, yeah. So I mean, it was a fantastic event. But the great thing about this is that the Planet Cruise team have been on board and can pass that information on to you. And it is a stunning, stunning ship with so much on board for you to enjoy.
Now, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Are you thinking, I need to go on that ship, because that's what I'm feeling like that. Well, we've got an amazing deal, so you can go on board with this maiden season. And this is the maiden fjord sailing on board this stunning ship, straight from Southampton.
Yeah, straight from Southampton. And of course, you're going to have that day at sea to enjoy 13 different restaurants, 13 different bars, 9 different places of entertainment, including a dedicated TV studio, an amazing theatre with some brand new shows and a massive LED screen. And then you're going to hit Bergen. This is your first port into Norway, the old Hanseatic Wharf with the kind of tall wooden multicoloured buildings. You can take the funicular up to the top for great views off Mount Floyen, or just enjoy the fish market. Of course, Norway is this amazing place, and the great thing to do is there's so much open deck space on board Britannia that you'll be able to get out on deck, find your own piece of the ship in which to enjoy these incredible vistas, these incredible scenery, and see Norway brought to life. From Bergen, you're going through to Andersens. This is where the towering Romsdal Alps meet the northern end of a sparkling Romsdal fjord. You get a chance to do this. This is the Trollstigen Road. Forget the other tours, do the Trollstigen Road. This is one of the most incredible experiences you will ever have, going round these hairpin bends over this stone waterfall called the Stigfossen Waterfall. It's breathtaking, you will never forget it. It will set your heart fluttering in a flight. From Andersens, then, you're heading on to Stavanger, a sophisticated little city amongst this patchwork of heather-covered hills.
What about Olden, Keith?
Oh, Uleden. Sorry,
Uleden.
yeah, I'm getting excited.
You
Uleden,
are.
I tell you. The village of Uden. OK, so this sits on the end of the Colossal Justel Glacier. It's right on the edge of Europe's largest ice floe, 188 miles of frozen brilliance, which is nearly 2,000 foot thick in places. You can go and enjoy. This is Olden River, which leads into the Uden Lake, which has this thing called glacier milk, this kind of translucent, misty surface substance, which makes it look like it's something out of Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones.
Really?
It's incredible.
It's all kind of misty.
Very beautiful. And again, a chance for you to go and enjoy the incredible glacier, hike along the side of the glacier and through these wonderful vistas. And then for Stavanger, that I mentioned before, this is your chance to go and see the 12th century Domkirk, one of the oldest churches in Norway, to see a great selection of quirky museums, such as the Petroleum Museum, and to head out to see things like this. This is the Pulpit Rock, and you're also going to see the Troll's Tongue. They're both accessible for you to do from the particular port, Stavanger, and I would recommend it just because the sailing down the fjord is beautiful, and then hiking up and getting that photo experience, if you're fit, is second to none. It's a cracking itinerary.
A final day at sea. Make the most of it. You're going to be on board one of the most beautiful ships in the world, and then back, of course, to Southampton.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, I mean, the price today is very low, and Keith, I've got a really strong feeling that price is going to increase. You know, the publicity today.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been all over the news with good reason. You know, the different options you've got there with the gala dinners from Marco Pierre White, and you know, you've got the wonderful the Newmarket Cafe where you get some wonderful deli stuff from Eric Landland, and you get the it's just incredible.
Well, if you've seen the beautiful ship, 649, you can be on board for that price if you book today, and that is saving you an extra £100 off the brochure price. Just quickly, by the way, when you are cruising from Southampton, just to make things less stressful, I know Keith had a really long journey there, it's far better to stay the night before in the Meon Valley Marriott. We can arrange that for you. Our Planet Cruise customers get extra discounts, and it works out just £75 per person. That includes parking and all of your port transfers, so really worth doing that as well. And the pricing, actually the lowest price is for the 16th of May. I think April's definitely filling up there. But also, the bulking upgrade's really reasonable, isn't it?
And you know what you'll love about this ship, ladies and gentlemen? You will love the fact that it's so much British produce on board. 70 different dedicated British beers from 56 UK counties in a pub. That alone, British wines. It showcases the best of Britain on board this ship. It's wonderful, it really is.
Just quickly, I know we're always short of time. We've got loads to get through, loads of ways to stay in touch as well. Our newsletter, the Journey brochure, or our brand new website, of course, as well. But book that one tonight if you can. 0800 840 1088. Now, we're going to take you now on board the Mariner of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. Maybe you've always wanted to go over to Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, but it's been out of your price range. Again, it's another really hot seller, this one, 1139. But it starts off with a flight over to Singapore, and you're going to be staying there in a 5-star hotel for a 2-night stay. Singapore, amazing place.
Incredible. And as you can see, for this brand, we are again the #1 independent travel agent in the UK for Royal Caribbean. And you get a chance to enjoy this 2-night stay in the centre, the commercial centre, if you like, of Southeast Asia. It's a metropolis of these modern high-rise buildings, these little Chinese shop houses with red-tiled roofs, these sturdy Victorian buildings, Buddhist temples, Arab bazaars. It's got the world's largest walk-in bird aviary, the Jurong Bird Park. It's got some incredible architecture. It's a focus for fashion. It's a focus for great food as well. And this place, the Marina Bay Sands, which took 3 months to raise up and place on the top of those 3 buildings, is a great viewing spot.
I can only imagine. They must be outstanding.
It's magical, Sean. It's great for shopping. You know, you've got Orchard Road there with the Gucci and the Vuitton. And then the night safari in the zoo has been voted the best tour for the past 9 years. And again, you're getting Clark's Quay there, many other things. And of course, I haven't even mentioned Raffles Hotel, home of the Singapore Sling, the long bar where you chuck your nuts on the floor and you knock back the cocktail. It's gorgeous.
So, 2 nights and hand-picked 5-star hotel there, and then we're going to embark the Mariner of the Seas. Now, Royal Caribbean, I actually took my first cruise with Royal Caribbean when I was 40. And I just had the best time. They do appeal to all ages, don't they, and all walks of life.
Absolutely, they're magical ships. In fact, the ships are destinations in themselves. They really do focus on bringing out as much activity as they can for people, so that even when you're at sea, you've got a great choice of maybe getting involved in the sports, maybe going rock climbing, doing a little bit of the flow rider, practicing your surfing. Great spas on board where you can just pamper, relax, and maybe get your teeth whitened or get a great relaxing massage. And then you've got all the entertainment. Again, remember that the price you're seeing includes all the entertainment, includes all the food, so you can go and do the rock climbing for free, and then you can pop along and get a lovely lunch, romantic dinner for 2 with your loved one, you know, while your kids are being looked after in the kids zone. You know, the kids, again, looked after from the ages of 2 through to 17 with a great variety of different things. Or you can get involved with them on the ice rink.
No, I'll be honest, I'm useless at ice skating, but the shows are brilliant, aren't
the Ice Planet show, Sean, is brilliant, with the snow coming down and over 20 professional skaters performing in that.
And they are world class.
Absolutely world class, and that's what Royal Caribbean do so well. And then, of course, you've got the promenade where you have these wonderful kind of Mardi Gras street parties led by the cruise director. Lots of different shops, Ben & Jerry's ice cream as well for you to get tucked into. You've got the 1950s kind of American diner, Johnny Rockets, where they all start dancing on top of the tables while you enjoy your burger and your Oreo sundae. And again, dining from around the world. Portofino's is one of my favourite, the kind of Italian romance of Portofino's is beautiful.
And don't forget, you know, if you like room service and food just taken to your stateroom, your balcony.
24-hour room service, Sean. And the great thing about this as well, if you think cruise ships are too big, they've got the Wayfinder system by all the lifts, which will show you where you are and how to get to places. So if you need the loo, you press the drunk 1 beer too many option. That's what's on there. You hit that and it shows you the nearest loo. It's great.
I've been pressing that button often, I think. So we've had our 2 nights in Singapore. We're on board this beautiful ship. Where's our first port then, Keith?
OK, so your first port of call, you've already had that stay, as you mentioned, in Singapore. It's Kuala Lumpur, Port Kelang. This is your chance to head into the capital of Malaysia. It's one of the world's great eating capitals. It's a real ethnic melting pot and a wonderful chance for you to see the Petronas Towers, which are featured in so much film over the years. Fantastic city. OK, from there, you're heading through to Penang in Malaysia. It's a small island off the west coast of Malaysia. It's named after the betel tree that the locals chew and it stains their teeth. Georgetown is where you'll dock. It's got loads of great, clever street art there. It's also got an amazing mixture of religious tolerance where you've got a mosque, an Indian temple, a Chinese temple and an Anglican church side by side and existing peacefully. I wish the rest of the world would take note. And a chance to go to Kek Lok Si, the Temple of Paradise, which is the largest Buddhist temple in Southeast Asia and was my big recommendation of that port. Then you're going through to another set of Malaysian islands, this time Langkawi. There's 99 tropical islands in total off the northwestern coast, year-round tropical climates, pristine white beaches and also black sand beaches. But if you head inland, you can go up here. right above the canopy of the rooftop of the rainforest. And the further you go into the island, the more rural, the more untouched it becomes. With the locals, it's like they've been living there without knowledge of the Western world for many, many years. It's beautiful. It's your chance to relax back, or to get involved maybe on a boat cruise through the Keelim Nature Park, past dense mangrove forests, keeping your eye out for small monkeys and tree crabs, don't ask, and giant iguanas sunning themselves on the rocks. It's incredible. Then finally, up from after Langkawi, you still got more, because you're then heading to Phuket, and this is floating in the sparkling waters of the Andaman Sea. Got an overnight here. This is Thailand, and it's a great opportunity for you to get involved. Go and see the elephant orphanage. Go and take it, you know, maybe have a ride, maybe just to get involved and just see these wonderful, peaceful creatures. You've got the Great Wat Chalong, which is the biggest temple around Phuket, which is wonderful if you want to take in some of the Buddhist culture. And then, of course, the James Bond Islands. You've got the Man with the Golden Gun was filmed near here, and you can go around Phang Nga Bay, and you can just kind of island hop around there and just enjoy the beaches. Or head in for a soothing Thai massage or some of the beautiful cuisine. You know, the green curries, Sean,
I love
with the lemongrass and the coconut. They're really beautiful.
It's also fresh, isn't it?
Really fresh, really crisp, and the heat comes in gradually. It doesn't hit you straight away in the face. It just kind of warms you up soothingly.
Kid still loves his food, you can tell. A day at sea, then back, of course, to Singapore. This is an amazing price. You know, if you've ever looked at trips over to Singapore and Thailand, Malaysia, look at this one. And, you know, bear in mind you are getting return flights to Singapore and then this wonderful cruise. So they're all included, as are your transfers as well. Very important. Planet Cruise generally always include those as well. We can always find flights from most UK airports, as we mentioned, and you are getting an extra 2 nights in the 5-star hotel in Singapore as well. ID number on that one is 87626, so 87626. The prices, by the way, a lot of you are asking about balconies and ocean views. I've got some great prices on those as well. You look at the ocean view, it's only an extra £100 more.
I don't know how they're doing these prices, Sean, to be honest, because you look at flights out there alone, they're so expensive, but look at what you're getting for that, with all your food, all your entertainment, hotel stays, and that wonderful trip on the ship.
And Keith was saying you're going to get, obviously, great weather.
Really good weather, because you're out of the humid season, it's a drier heat, and it's a great chance to go and explore this part of the world.
Now, we're always with you every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, but we have a second show live this Friday at 11. Is that you, Keith, this
That's
Friday?
me. I'll be back on Friday with some more great deals and more gossip, no doubt.
Don't expect him to be quite so smart, though, but he will be here.
I'll be slumming it. I'll be slumming it, Sean.
Be back to the jumper. But yeah, Friday at 11 with our Keith. Now, I was very lucky a couple of years ago to cruise with Crystal, and it really was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a 6-star luxury cruise company. We're going to show you my experience in a few moments' time, but it starts off with 2 days in Rome in a 5-star hotel, doesn't it?
This is it, and of course this port featured in one of our earlier deals, so let's look at it now. The Eternal City, a chance to go and say hello to the Pope, a chance to go and see the Sistine Chapel in all its glory hanging above you, a chance to stand on top of the Sistine, sorry, we'll try that again, a chance to stand at the top of the Spanish Steps and look out over the whole of this wonderful city. You can follow the footsteps of Julius Caesar and walk through the Roman Forum and the Temples of Wind. You can stand in the mighty Colosseum and imagine the gladiators fighting for their lives as the crowd bay for blood. You can stand, if you like, and get a wonderful coffee or some beautiful pasta. The cuisine in Rome is stunning. It really, really is. And what I'd say is always stand up, never sit down, because they charge you twice as much as soon as you sit down.
So it's nice to have 2 nighs though as well. I tried to do Rome in a day on a cruise, and I could do it, but I felt it was a bit rushed.
It is rushed, and that's why you get a chance now to particularly enjoy it at night as well, Sean, and that's what's so lovely.
I never got to do that.
It looks completely different at night.
But the next cruise that you're going to see is on board Crystal, the Serenity. I had the most incredible time. Here's a little taster of Crystal. Crystal Cruises have the most opulent staterooms afloat. The style is modern classic with the most beautiful decor, and all of the rooms have the very latest amenities. One of my favourite places to visit has to be the Crystal Spa. It's award-winning, repeatedly voted the world's best, and the only Feng Shui-inspired spa that I've ever experienced on the waves. Well, Crystal Cruises have been the undisputed leader in luxury travel now for almost 2 decades, and it's certainly reflected in their service, especially here, taking afternoon tea in the amazing Palm Court. Crystal Cruises offer an outstanding and diverse selection of bars and restaurants on their ships. And better still, they now have an all-inclusive drinks policy and open bar service. Now this is Silk Road, created by world-famous Chef Nobu and his only seagoing venture in his global empire. Now the menus feature Chef Nobu's unique styling and blending of South American ingredients with Japanese dishes. In front of me, you've probably noticed, there is a separate sushi bar with items selected by Chef Nobu and prepared by one of his very skillfully trained chefs. This is the Galaxy Show Lounge, which offers breathtaking Broadway-style productions. The performers have trained at the best schools, performed on the best stages, and are now bringing you the best performances at sea. And the costumes, they're spectacular and really lavish. And I know you're paying a little bit more for Crystal, but my word, honestly, well, Keith, the experience was just incredible.
I mean, I know you talked about it, and they're famous for the fact you can ask them anything, and they'll literally bring it to you, and you know, whatever your request, that they will try and meet it. And I know that all the ships are designed across the principle of feng shui, which is just in itself is incredible. And the pool buffets, Sean, and I'm sure you'd have experienced them. You know, they're famous for their pool buffets, where they're just the amount of beautiful food out there on deck for you just to go and casually tuck into.
And I do remember so much space as well. You know, the times around the pool were literally half a dozen of us in certain ports.
But there's only 900 people on board the ship, isn't there? So it's you know, again, lots of space. Best ratio of staff to guests as well.
And can I just ask that, if you've maybe already done a 4-star cruise, maybe done a 5-star, and you're looking for that next level, the 6-star, give us a call. We'll have some experienced operators that will really talk you through the Crystal experience. There's no obligation to book, but give us a call, find out more information. That's all we ask tonight, because we have got an amazing price in this one. And it is, of course, all-inclusive as well, and specialty restaurants as well. But lovely, lovely ports as well. We've had our stay in Rome, haven't we?
Yeah, well, the great thing is, because she's a smaller ship, she gets in to places that other ships won't go. And that's why you've got these couple of ports on here. First of all, Sorrento, and overnight here. This is a real playground for the rich and famous. Yeah. This is beautiful. Now, normally people would park further down the coast in Naples, but this is right in the heart of the action. It's a great opportunity. It's the playground of the ancient rich and famous, who settled these lovely villas and palaces that you can still go and see, and therefore it's been a haven for artists and writers and poets and philosophers for years and years. The great thing is that you've got these wonderful lemon groves all along, you've got this beautiful mixture of red roof buildings and balconied apartments and yawning piazzas, and you've got a chance to go out to, I'd recommend the Villa Canal Park. It's the largest park in Sorrento and serves up amazing views of the Amalfi Coast, and you can also catch the train into Pompeii if you want to, and enjoy that, or get the ferry over to Capri. So lots and lots of options, but it's so magical that you just want to sit in a cafe and just breathe in the lemon blossom and soak it up, and you will be inspired. It's a wonderful day. That's an image, of course, there of Pompeii, which again is very accessible, only an hour away. Okay, then you've got a relaxing day at sea before you then get into a place that, again, it's a tiny harbour, but because the ship is so small, you can get in there. Terra Molina in Sicily, great opportunity for you. I call this glamour and gelato. It's wonderful. You've got the kind of Godfather, the kind of feeling. You can go into the Godfather tour. You can go and see where a lot of places are filmed, at the Church of Annunciation and the famous steps where in Godfather 3 his daughter is shot. However, Terra Molina itself serves up the best view of Mount Etna in the whole of Italy. It's framed by this Greek theatre that you're seeing here, and it gives you amazing pictures of this beautiful, beautiful mountain. And it sits on top of the whole hill, Terra Molina, so it does give you these great views. You take the cable car up, you can get the cable car back down to lots of beaches as well. It's got a medieval quarter with a great clock tower, and lots of street artists working, they'll paint you. You've got Baroque fountains and a 15th century cathedral, lots of antique shops and shaded villas. But again, this magnificent volcano is on your doorstep. You can go and explore it, and I'd recommend you do that and see the old lava eruptions and the history of Mount Etna.
And then Malta, where we disembark.
Back to Malta. I meant to say, whatever you do, try the olive oil ice cream in Sicily. It's brilliant. And then back to Malta. Weird. I mean, we are in Malta. You're flying off. You're not getting a chance, but just the chance to sail into the place itself is magical, because it's like you're sailing into. I always say this, a J.R. Tolkien novel. You're sailing into Lord of the Rings. You're sailing into Game of Thrones. These wonderful forts designed by the Hospitaller Knights.
Well, let's remind you what's included. It's a stunning stunning offer tonight. It's a new all-inclusive package to Planet Cruise, an exclusive one I should say. Return flights are included as well. We can change those, of course, but this is a 5-night all-inclusive package here with a 6-star ship, the Crystal Serenity. Now, you might be thinking, what does all-inclusive actually mean? Because I know it varies with company to company. Well, here's just an example of what's included with Crystal. Fine wines, premium spirits, and champagne, of course, as well.
Yeah.
All your gratuities, you don't need to worry about those at all. All of your bottled water, soft drinks, all of your specialty coffees, and your dining. No booze is incredible.
It is, but it's been, they reckon it's one of the greatest restaurants in the world,
Yeah.
not just at sea, in the world, and yet it's on a cruise ship.
And to dine at in a Nobu restaurant can cost you hundreds, can't it?
Absolutely, and that's included in the price on the screen.
So again, just give us a call tonight for more information. You will not be disappointed with that. You really won't. Now when Keith and I do talk too much, so.
Me? I need to get a word next Him.
Fred Olsen are next, and this is on board the Braemar. Lovely cruise with a really great itinerary. Now, again, I was very lucky. I was on board the Braemar. I had a great time. I went on board with my mum, and we loved it. So here I am again. I have a good life, don't I?
Well, one thing's for sure, you'll never be bored on Braemar. She may be just 24 tonnes, but she's got all of the conveniences and facilities you need to have a really great time. So why not just jump in this wonderful bubbling jacuzzi there, or if you're feeling a bit more active, you can have a little swim, or you could even take a yoga or Pilates class in the brand new fitness centre. That's really good, really state-of-the-art actually. Well, Braemar offers a great choice of bars, and one of my favourites is behind me, the Marquee Pool Bar, which has this lovely canopied area, allowing all of this gorgeous sunshine to flood in. Now, other bars include the Morning Light Pub. That's like having your own local on board, and great for socialising with friends, both old and new, of course. If you love panoramic views, then I really recommend the Observatory Lounge with its huge windows, and the grand piano there provides the perfect atmosphere for a pre-dinner drink. Braemar has a variety of restaurants. This one is the Grampian. It's one of the slightly more formal and intimate restaurants. There's also the main Thistle restaurant, but both offer a delectable and delicious 5-course dinner. Now, for those of you that maybe prefer a more relaxed, casual setting, there's Palms Cafe, and that offers a buffet-style service with no set dining times. Braemar always keeps you entertained during the day, and also provides you with great and memorable evening entertainment too. Expect every night to be different, with a variety of shows including cabarets, dancing, singing, stand-up comedians, special theme nights too, for example, British night and rock and roll. Braemar offers a wide variety of accommodation to suit all different needs and budgets. You might choose a balcony cabin such as this, or go for an outside or inside. And for solo passengers, special single accommodation is also available, often at really good prices too. All cabins have interactive televisions, a safe tea and coffee making facilities, and they all have a really nice, warm and homely feel. And if you want to order breakfast or light snacks or drinks, then a complimentary cabin service is also available.
I'm surprised that Toblerone was still there. I'd have thought you'd have scoffed that by the time you got to the
Well, I had.
Toblerone.
It was empty, actually. But I had a great time on board the Braemar. Let's show you where we go to, because this is quite unusual, this one, isn't it?
It is. It's a mixture of ocean cruising and river cruising, and that's what's so beautiful about it, because you're going to get a real chance to head into inland and see some beautiful rivers. So you've got a relaxing day at sea from Harwich, which is a great accessible port there on the east coast, and then you're heading out to Hamburg. Now, I love Hamburg. I've done a lot of cruises in there on Queen Mary 2, and a lot of overnights. It's a fantastic city, and you've got an overnight here. It's your gateway to Berlin, and you can head into Berlin, but you know what? Hamburg itself is incredible. It boasts more than 2,000 bridges. That's more bridges than Venice and Amsterdam combined. It really is a water-filled city. It dates back to the 9th century. It's got a beautiful old Gothic quarter. And it's a great, in fact, it's the 3rd largest harbour area in the world. You can go and see these amazing things like the Church of St. Michael. You've got the Reeperbahn, which is the big kind of entertainment area with all the clubs and the bars that you can go and enjoy in the evening. And it's a very beautiful city to walk around. It's also great for exclusive shopping. You've got lots of great arcades, great for retail therapy, and you've got lots of Venetian architecture, which is lit by these kind of wrought iron lamps at night, which takes you along these canals right into the heart, into the city hall. It's very beautiful, it's very atmospheric, and it's a great city to explore. Then after having the overnight there in Hamburg, you've got a chance to cruise down the River Elbe in Germany. And this is beautiful. It literally runs It's one of the main waterways of Central Europe, and it runs from the Czech Republic to the North Sea through Germany. And it winds past tall hills, vast plains, pretty towns, cities. It's a beautiful chance for you to see the internal areas of Germany as you head through and round. So you get into Amsterdam then. And the wonderful thing about this is you've got an overnight on board in Amsterdam. We're going to show you now some video footage of this magical, magical city. OK, yeah, you automatically think of Anne Frank, of tulips, of wooden shoes, maybe of Heineken beer. If you can, hire a bike and cycle around. It's a great chance. Do a canal cruise. You've just seen both of them there, the canal cruise and the bikes. They're the two best ways to get around. You've got great museums where you're going to see some of the Dutch masters, some beautiful artwork and sculpture. It's a wonderful city to walk around. It's very flat. It is run on all these canals, which again are beautifully lit up at night, and you've got the overnight on there. These fairy lights kind of illuminate 1,280 bridges, because it's 90 different islands that's interconnected. And if you want my best bit of advice, head to the parks. You're seeing some of them here: Ooster Park, Vlondel Park. It's a great, you'll see lots of locals interacting, rollerblading, cycling around, families having their picnics, and a great abundance of flowers and just friendly locals. It's a beautiful place. There's the bridges lit up at night.
It really, this I think looks a great, great cruise. Where next, Keith?
Then Antwerp, and this is, of course, the world's centre for cut diamonds. It's a very beautiful city. You've got the cobbled streets, the picturesque parks. It's Belgium's second largest city. You can relax, maybe get a coffee or a hot chocolate in one of the cafe terraces, or go and choose yourself a diamond, Sean. Maybe you want to go and get a nice big rock on your finger. It's a chance also to head into Bruges or to Brussels, but in a sense, Antwerp really takes you back in time, and it's got lots of great museums housing a lot of the works of the Flemish masters. In fact, there's more than 20 of them. It's a great opportunity also to explore 10th century chapels and some great medieval religious architecture.
And then, of course, back to Harwich. I've got to mention on this one, I was looking and thinking that's a really good price. It is a late deal, this one. You are going to get your drinks and your tips as well. So free all-inclusive drinks and free tips as well. I can't believe you're getting all that, Keith.
You do, and of course you mentioned at the end there, the Western Scheldt River is the other one that you cruise to get to Antwerp and back.
Yes.
So another river that you're cruising. So two rivers along with all the ocean cruising.
Now, it has been a while since we've had Fred Olsen on. This is an amazing deal, which is why we're featuring it live this Tuesday.
$5.99.
Free all-inclusive drinks, free tips, $5.99.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's going to be a really quick
for an all-inclusive cruise.
Can we just say, I know we'll have been very busy. Keep those calls coming in. It's a free phone number, 0800 840 1088. But we're finishing with one of the biggest upgrades I've ever seen. We're going to take you from inside stateroom to concierge class on this one. That's a huge leap, isn't it?
For an incredible price.
Yeah. On board an incredible ship. Award-winning, the Celebrity Eclipse. Now, the clipper from your police, it's not me on board. It's you on this one, Keith.
It is, it is. I didn't get to spend 14 nights on board, though. You know, it was just a couple of days. But I'm not jealous, it's fine.
But you had a good time.
I did.
Launched in 2010 by round-the-world English yachtswoman Emma Pontin, the multi-award-winning Celebrity Eclipse is one of the most beautiful and well-designed ships I've ever had the pleasure of sailing on. She offers cruisers the very latest in comfort and innovation in a sophisticated and stylish manner. Each one of Eclipse's 12 bars has its own unique feel. You can enjoy the romance of a sail away from the grassy knolls of the Sunset Bar up on the Lawn Club, or try a new wine or two at Cellar Masters. Cocktail lovers will adore the oodles of choice at the very special mixology bar, but if you really want my advice, then you must join the fun here at the Martini Ice Bar. Amazing cocktails, tasty caviar and juggling bartenders. There are 10 amazing restaurants to choose from, so as you cruise around the world, so do your taste buds. You can dive into a delicious plate of true rustic Italian cuisine at the Tuscan Grill, devour a plate of filet mignon in the French-themed and Michelin-star quality Muranos. But for something that sums up Celebrity in a nutshell, you simply must try cuisine. Cool, contemporary and slightly offbeat, the menu presented on an iPad includes sushi lollipops, lobster escargot, popcorn fish and chips and disco shrimp. Eating has simply never been so much fun. A Celebrity Cruise offers you the chance to stimulate your mind while having fun and even take home a new skill. Daily enrichment opportunities abound with hands-on art classes, Rosetta Stone language courses, engaging public speakers and even the chance to polish your drive or learn Zumba. But best of all is this place, the Lawn Club. Real grass, expansive views, live concerts, lawn bowls, croquet and of course the excellent hot glass show. The plush main theatre on board a Celebrity Eclipse offers cutting-edge shows to rival the West End, Vegas and Broadway, with musical theatre tribute shows and song and dance spectaculars. Why not enjoy some wine and cheese while staring at the stars during an alfresco concert on the lawn? Or take in one of the award-winning European circus shows full of magic and mystery. All of Celebrity Eclipse's staterooms offer true modern luxury. The design is smart and fresh and contemporary, and they all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen, and complimentary 24-hour room service. From comfortable inside staterooms through to these gorgeous suites, which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies, and your own private butler.
She's such a beautiful ship.
Incredible ship, a multi-award-winning ship. You know, if you go on to a lot of sites, she wins best for everything: cabins, you know, for the staterooms, for the entertainment, for the architecture on the ship. It's amazing embarkation experience.
And this is such an incredible itinerary as well, because we start off in Southampton, but we're making our way all the way across to Boston.
Absolutely. So all that time to enjoy it, all the facilities on board, that wonderful food that you saw there, and, you know, so much to see and do, such great entertainment and such beautiful modern luxury. And then you've got a chance to land into Boston. This is a great start to your cruise. It's a beautiful big city. It's great to explore on foot. It's probably one of the most historic cities in the States. Dates back more than 350 years. It was the start of the Boston Tea Party, so it kicked off the American Revolution. I love the fact that you can go to this great restaurant there where you get surly waitresses and they insult you. It's the whole part of the experience. You go along and they basically just rude to you the whole time. But you actually pay for it. It's really good. Explore the Freedom Trail, follow the red lines down the sidewalk and find out more about the history. And also go to the bar that was the model for Cheers, you know, that wonderful series?
Yeah.
And try some New England clam chowder. Or, if you want to, head out to Harvard University. Harvard? There we go. Then you're heading into New York. You've got an overnight in New York, the amazing city where you can shop to your drop, but there's nearly 170 languages spoken. It's a great chance for you to go and enjoy the Empire State's Building or to wander around Central Park. You can go and shop in Macy's or Bloomingdale's and pick up yourself up a real bargain, and I would recommend you do that. Take an empty case and buy when you're out there. You can head through and try some of the local foods, the great bagels, the cheesecake and the pizza. You can head to Times Square and look up around you as all the kind of world revolves in the middle of you, and you stand like some kind of small child in the middle of this huge...
It is quite magical, isn't it?
It's incredibly magical. And if you get a chance as well, the view from the top of the Rockefeller Center is absolutely stunning.
So, we've experienced Boston, New York, now
Bermuda, again, overnight on board. This is great chance. Think pink sand beaches, think multicoloured houses, think policemen in shorts, Bermuda shorts. It's incredible. It's got it's got loads of golf courses, and it's only 22 square miles. In fact, it's got, if you like golf, this is the place to go. It's got more golf courses per square mile than any other place in the world. The beaches are incredible. The spiny lobster is the local delicacy, along with a cocktail Dark and Stormy, which is ginger beer, rum, and a squeeze of lime. It's absolutely to die for. But just head out, relax on a beach, or head into Hamilton itself and just watch the policemen directing the traffic. Then, from King's Wharf, for the overnight there, relaxing days at sea before we go to Port Canaveral, it's your chance to go through to the Space Coast, to Orlando, your chance to go and visit all the theme parks, Walt Disney World, Legoland, Gator Resting at Gatorland, go and see Harry Potter World and try some butterbeer.
Yeah, Harry Potter World is amazing, really
absolutely
is.
Incredible. And then, after enjoying that world of adrenaline pump fantasy, you are then going to Miami, where you fly back with your case full of bargains from New York that you
So,
saved.
I mean, you really get to see some incredible places in this one. Let's remind you what's included as well. So, we're giving you a massive free upgrade from interior to concierge class. You've also got the ability, if you'd like, to add on next to 2 nights in Miami from only £149 per person as well. Now, just to remind you, what does concierge mean? It means so much more with Celebrity. Priority check-in, personalised concierge service, a welcome gift, that can be sparkling wine, fresh fruit, your exclusive tote bag, and much, much more as well. So, I don't know where the time's gone. What an amazing show. Let's remind you of the cruises that we've had. Starting off with Norwegian Cruise Lines on board the Norwegian Epic. This is available tonight at £6.99, and you are going to, remember, get that free all-inclusive drinks package when booking balcony or above. Love that one, actually. Great, great cruise. Then, well, Keith's just come back from Britannia with P&O. I mean, Keith, to be on board this brand new ship is going to be incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible. And again, there's so much to do, particularly the fact that it showcases British produce, a lot of what's great about Britain with the great food heroes, and some amazing, great West End entertainment.
We know that one is going to sell very fast tonight. 649 is that lead price, of course, as well. You'll be one of the first on board. Then Royal Caribbean, on board the Mariner of the Seas, your chance to visit Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia. Very, very good value on this one, 1139, of course, and you do get those extra 2 nights in that 5-star hotel in Singapore. Now, 6-star cruising